Hey, my love, I have missed you. Where have you been? Welcome back. Okay, so I'm glad we found each other again. All right, so you know this energy has been quite interesting that we've been going through for the past couple of videos, right? And it's been an energy of newness. It's been an energy of stepping into a new timeline. It's been an energy of having to move fearlessly, right? And that's one of the things that kept coming out in today's walk as I was taking my 6 mile walk today. One of the things that was coming out is you're going to have to be able to move boldly and fearlessly, right? Because and okay, so let me just start off by saying I got really excited on my walk today, because as I'm on my walk today, Spirit started to talk about boldness and being able to walk fearlessly, right? And being able to exude all the confidence that you need to get to the other side of whatever this is, right? Whether it be a breakup, whether it be a new career path, whether it be dealing with things on your job, whether it deal with family members, right? Spirit was really talking about being able to get to the other side of something, right? And talking about being bold, being fearless, like really letting go of the things that no longer serve you, and which includes old thought patterns, which includes old behaviors, which includes old friendships, which includes old relationships that no longer serve you. And for some people, it may even include your new job, right? So one of the things that was coming through really, really strong on this walk today was this immense amount of boldness and confidence that's right here waiting for us just to step into it. It's kind of like it's right here, and all you got to do is just step in and merge with it, right? So there is this boldness and this confidence that's coming up in the atmosphere right now. And it should really have people feeling enthusiastic and optimistic, but a lot of people are not. Because the way the energy is working is like, you kind of sense that there's something going on. You kind of sense that there's something different, because world and life is worlding and lifing, right? And it's easily for you to get distracted by one thing or the next. You can't really see the fullness of the other side, right? So I want you to pay attention to the things that you're passionate about as you're moving throughout this energy of being bold and being confident, right? Setting boundaries is also going to be important as you're moving throughout the space. And I want to say this too, because we talk about this a lot behind the scenes. Me and my inner circle about setting your boundaries and then being okay to reinforce your boundaries. And your boundaries don't need to be reinforced with meanness or a nasty attitude, but your boundaries do need to be reinforced with some type of assertive energy, right? And it doesn't have to be assertion where you're going back and forth and arguing with the people. It could just be assertive energy in the way that you move, in the way that you're doing your problem resolution, in the way that you're not really giving that person the energy that they're requiring, especially if you're dealing with a narcissistic type person that feeds off of you being the one that never gets it right, that feeds off of you being the one that's always in the wrong, right? So it doesn't matter what you do or what you say, they can't necessarily see their part or their behavior or their role in it. And what Spirit is saying, that you're going to have to be able to walk boldly, fearlessly, with confidence and courage into this new timeline and into this new life. Like, you got to embrace it boldly, okay? You got, and I don't even want to use the word defend, because it's not even like a defending thing. It's like you got to know that this is where you are now, and you just got to stand in it, right? And this energy felt really good, because what's happening is a lot of karmic justice is coming into play, right? So one of the things that I started talking about when I jumped back online earlier this year was 2024, and the energy that was resonated in 2024. You're not going to be able to utilize your powers and abuse them. So whether it's you're the manager at a job, whether it's in entertainment, whether it's in the financial system, whether it's in your own personal relationship with your partner, right? And let's just say you're the breadwinner in the relationship, right? and your partner, stays home, and your partner is the one that makes sure that everything on the home front is running well, and you're the one that has the financial aspect of the relationship. If you begin to abuse your power from that aspect, there is going to be some balance and some karmic justice coming in, right? Because the universe sees everything and nothing goes unpunished or unrewarded, right? Basically, that means that everything has a check and balance system, and there's always going to be a cause and effect to everything. So you can't abuse your power in this energy on any level and think that you're not going to have to be held accountable, or the effect of that cause of you misusing your power is not going to come back full circle, right? So there is karmic balance happening, but you're going to have to pay attention to the things that brings you passion. So this is how I feel, right? Because there's karmic balance happening, you don't have to sit and try to figure out how someone is going to get their just cause. Okay. Let's think about this for a second, right? Because what's erupting right now, and let me just say, like right now, emotional energy is at an all-time high. People are not doing well mentally and emotionally. They're not knowing how to handle things, okay? Just a couple of weeks ago, someone that I know, one of their workers at their job, just checked out. And I remember being shown a video of this young man in the interaction between him and his girlfriend. They were having a fight, and just some of the things that she told him, because she was intoxicated. But alcohol sometimes can speak the truth for people. But anyway, I digress, okay? And he just checked out, leaving 2 kids behind. So the point that I'm trying to make to you is that people are not handling this energy well. So it's going to be important for you to be able to tap into that passion, but also tap into the love around you. Look at the love around you. Now, you may not necessarily have family members close by to be able to pour that love out to you. But if you have neighbors that you interact with, if you have co-workers that you interact with, if you have children that you interact with, right? That's bringing you joy, that's bringing you love. Even your pets. Can I just tell you this? Even pets, okay, in this season, you're going to have to embrace the love from where it's coming from, right? And especially the love that's coming through you, right? So that's the first place you got to check in, is within you. But you also got to be thankful for the love that's around you. It may not necessarily be coming from the person that you anticipate it should come from, but you can't really get to a space where you're not able to see love, and you're not able to see the universe bring you little synchronicities, right? You can't get to a place where you don't let in any of the sunlight. You don't let in any of the good deeds that people, somebody want to buy you a cup of coffee and you're going to say no. That's somebody trying to love on you, right? Somebody wants to bring you lunch and you say no. That's somebody loving on you. Somebody walking by with a smile and you're having a difficult day. That's the universe loving on you. Somebody walking by and smiling. Do you not know, in the energy that we're in now, a lot of people don't walk around with smiles on their face? Can I just tell you how energized I feel when I leave the house and go walking and taking my my hikes, to see people and smile and say hi, beautiful day? Like, that brings me joy. That lights me up inside. And I promise you, we're going to have to get in a place of passion, because the world now is not at a place where people are doing well mentally and emotionally. And I even want to say, on some levels, people not even doing well physically, right? And let me just say, so even all of the energy that we have on the board right now, majority of dominant of the energy has to deal with root chakra. So we're talking about money, stability. We're talking about family. We're talking about survival. We're talking about fight or flight mode. So a lot of people are in those lower vibrational end of the root chakra. Doing energetic work today and releasing a lot of that energy today, I can feel like just the stagnation and the stuck energy there, because people are in survival mode, right? The world as we know it has changed. It's not the same, right? And if you have not been doing your spiritual work for the past, let's give it like the past 8 years, or maybe even the past 4 years since COVID, if you have not energetically been doing your work, you may not realize that we're in a shift, right? If you have not energetically been doing your work, you may not realize that there's a lot of mental chaos and a lot of mental confusion going on. You may not even realize that you're in a position right now to have the best life experience that you can, right? Because you can't balance the other distraction and hurtful and painful stuff that's going on around you, right? So there's going to have to be some sense of trust as we're moving throughout this energy, right? You're going to have to trust, okay? There is a rebirth coming in, but you're also going to have to gain some type of spiritual structure, some type of spiritual routine, right? And I can't tell you, walking your dog, playing music, journaling, and I want to say this, turn the news down. So if you're a person that watches the news 24/7, you're going to have to turn the news down. Pay attention to some of the shows that you're watching, right? Pay attention to some of the music that you're listening to. All of these things are constantly, I want to say, magnetizing or demagnetizing your energetic field, your frequency field. So you need to be mindful of that, okay? And I also want to say this, right? There's a lot of energy of triggers going on, right? There's a lot of energy of people reflecting or projecting out their triggers, their discontentment within self, their regrets, okay? A lot of people are projecting heavily right now. And if you're not aware, my love, that you are loved, right? That you are okay, that you are protected, that you are provided for, that you are enough, okay? That anything that you are seeking outside of yourself, you already have. Anything you're seeking outside of yourself, you already have. Whether that's love, whether that's finances, whether that's stability, whether that's peace of mind, whether that's passion, whether that's sexiness. Because sexiness is an energy. It's an energy. A woman can be fully covered and she's sexy as hell. A man can be fully covered and he's sexy as hell. It's energy. Everything that we're interacting with is energy. There's a new beginnings here. Beautiful things happening if you allow them to. Now, and I want to say this too, because sometimes as human beings, we get stuck in this, right? We get stuck in having conversations about the defeated parts of what we're going through, right? And it's not that I don't think you should have conversations or you should vent about what you're going through or you should talk about it. I think that that is healthy. I think that that is necessary. But this is where the problem comes in, right? If you're talking about it, but you're not able to see yourself getting to the other side of that, or you're not able to see yourself releasing that or forgiving that, if you feel like you still have to be vengeful, if you still have to be angry, because anger is on the board. And really what they're asking in this anger is for you to let it go. And from the anger, create some type of structure, some type of solid foundation. So perfect example. If you meet somebody and this person is explaining to you how they were in a prior situation where they manipulated somebody, and this is how they manipulated the person, right? So you're having this conversation with this person and they're telling you about your past or their past, where you're exchanging stories, and they come across to tell you how they've manipulated this situation, they've done this in this situation, and they've done this in this situation. When XYZ happened, this is what I do, right? You need to pay attention to that, because this is the energy we're in now. You need to pay attention to people's descriptive behavior about their patterns and how they behave. So a lot of us are walking around still holding on to anger, still holding on to resentment, still holding on to not feeling worthy, still holding on to not feeling accomplished based on somebody's perception or somebody's manipulative actions towards you, right? Instead of understanding that, okay, if you can do this to this person, then you can do that to me, right? So it's really time for you to let go of any anger or any resentment or any, I want to say, vengeful feelings that you have towards somebody that's doing you wrong, even now in the current time, or have done you wrong in the past, right? You need to be able to find resolution within there, form some type of, and this is a thing, because I think a lot of people have been moving for a while, like they didn't want to rock the boat, right? They didn't want to rock the boat. So much not wanting to rock the boat has gotten you to a place now where you've taken on so much to the point now where The one thing, if they say all it takes is one thing. They just need to say one thing, just one thing before you explode, right? But can I tell you, in this time of moving fearlessly, in this time of moving with boldness, and in this time of moving with confidence, all you need to do is be able to set boundaries. And the boundaries first don't come externally. First, you got to set the boundaries internally. And once you get the boundaries internally of what you're going to tolerate, what you're not going to tolerate, how you're going to move, how you're not going to move, it will be then easier for you to take a stand or to walk in boldness and walk fearlessly and express those things to other people. But first, you need to go within self and find those things within yourself, right? Because what you don't want to do, and trust me, this is what you don't want to do, okay? What you don't want to do is have a conversation with someone. You lay some boundaries down. You laid some what you quote foundational things down, right? Only to go back and not deal with your emotions. So now that you feel away, right? Because now you've processed your information, and the things that you said yesterday or 2 days ago are no longer relevant because you really didn't check in with yourself to see how you really feel. So now you feel slighted again. Now you feel slighted again because you've had a conversation, you set some boundaries, but you didn't check in with yourself, right? And that's going to be important. You're going to have to check in with yourself. Don't commit yourself to something if you're not sure. Don't say yes to something when you really mean no, right? Walk in your own boldness and confidence of who you are. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say, well, I'll have to get back to you. It's okay for you to be like, okay, I see how you move. I see how you treat other people. I'm going to be mindful that it's only a matter of time before my turn comes around. So I'm not going to put myself in that situation. So that way you're not walking around angry with somebody for being themselves, right? So overall message that Spirit wants you to know is that you're going to have to walk boldly and fearlessly to get to the other side. You're going to have to establish boundaries. You're going to have to check in on the things that are triggers, the things that anger you, the things that make you feel regret, the things that make you feel oppressed, because these are things that can be readily used against you by other people if you're not owning this, okay? People will be able to puppeteer you with this energy if you're not being able to hold yourself accountable for what you think, what you feel, and your actions, and even your experiences. Remember, there's karmic justice happening out here, so you don't really have to get anybody back in real time. That's not how this works. You don't have to get anybody back in real time, right? The universe is going to take care of that. There's cause and there's effect to everything. Cause and effect. Cause and effect. So just know that. And it's not to say that you're not going to have to make some physical movement on things. But it would be better to make the physical movement or take physical action on something once you have gone within and balanced yourself from within. Because now you're not reacting to something, but you're taking action. Now you're not doing the tit for tat and the spiteful or the fuck fight energy, but you're actually handling something, right? In a manner that's going to bring you and yield you what you need. So be able to trust yourself. That's the major thing here. In order for you to walk boldly, fearlessly, more confidently, tapping into your inner sexiness, tapping into your inner strength, whatever you need to do, it first needs to be done by you being able to trust yourself, right? Reflect on the aspects of you that may be being projected back to you that you need to grow from, that you need to embrace, that you need to let go, that you need to love. You know, I'm telling you, and ain't nothing like really loving yourself though. I mean, there's something to be said about really loving you, right? So on that note, the message is clear. It's time to walk boldly, and it's time to walk fearlessly, and it's time to set some boundaries. It's time to step out into your confidence, but make sure you're doing those things in passion, not in the place of feeling angered or triggered by someone, right? Make sure it's coming from a healthy place within you, because everything is going to take care of itself once you begin to take care of you, being honest with yourself, right? Oh, and I also want to say, be aware of the karmic drive-bys, because there is karmic drive-bys happening, okay? So you might want to mind your business and allow people to, I want to say, walk out the karma aka cause and effect, that they have produced in this experience for this new timeline, okay? Which means that you're not going to be able to fix things for people that they've already set into motion. What you can do is find your positioning as this thing is unfolding and rolling out, but you're not going to be able to change the outcome for other people for situations that they've created on a karmic level, okay? So, with that being said, message is simple today. Embrace being you. Walk boldly, walk fearlessly, walk confidently into any situation that you have going on in this exact moment, okay? That's not always easy, sometimes depending on what you have going on, because you may be afraid of the unknown. But the universe is asking you to trust in the unknown. The universe is asking you to know that you are loved. You are divinely protected. Everything that you need, from a bottle of water to a pen to an apple to your bills being paid, has all been provided for you. It has. And if you can just tap into that and know that everything, oh my gosh, can I just tell you? And I'm feeling this for myself also, like we are on something beautiful, the dawn of something beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's kind of like being like a kid and having your parents tell you that they have a surprise for you, but you're jumping around in anticipation because you're a kid, right? So you know whatever surprise your parents have for you is going to be awesome, right? It's just going to be awesome because your parents know what you like, they love you, so you walk around with this expectation of just receiving something awesome from your parents, right? That's the energy and the boldness and the confidence and the fearlessness that you need to walk in. The universe is saying, what I have for you is awesome. Who you are is freaking awesome, okay? And all you need to do is remember that, embrace that, and expect that from the universe. If you're going to be expecting something from anyone, expect it from the universe. Expect it from spirit, okay? All right, on that note, okay, be bold and fearless today. You also want to make sure that you are doing something kind and loving for yourself, right? And you definitely want to make sure that you maybe do something kind for somebody else. Not because they deserve it, but because you can, all right? I'm going to see you in the next video, my loves. I miss you, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye.